Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Formula Fiends podcast. We got breaking news right after the Mexican Grand Prix. We got our betting, fantasy, predictions, everything for the Brazil Grand Prix. My name is Aiden.
I'm Will.
Let's get into it. Okay, so Mexico, better Mexico race than I expected.
Yeah, it was good. I think.
I wouldn't say it's good.
Well, it was better than expected.
Better than expected, for sure.
And I think if we didn't have that red flag, it would have been the most boring race of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that because that kind of just bunched up everyone and
Yeah.
allowed for some more overtaking. Also, I just think our expectations on Mexico are just so bad that it's like anything that happens in it, you're like, oh,
Yeah, that's true.
nice. This wasn't a total disaster. You also had like Checo going out turn one, which was pretty insane. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess the whole Checo thing just added all the drama to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if that didn't happen, then I don't know. Maybe if he had done like mid, it would just been like super boring, even more boring race.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'd still have the fans cheering for them. And also just like definitely Checo's fault.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty much identical to Lewis in Qatar, but arguably worse.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I watched Julian Palmer's like YouTube series he does where he like breaks it down because he was an F1 driver.
Yeah.
And like he pulled up Max's 2021 around the outside double overtake, which is kind of what Checo was trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's like you can just tell like Max is just way later on the brakes, curves it around. Checo's like same on the brakes and then just turns in towards the apex. It's
Yeah, he
just
turned
like,
in way too quick.
it looked like a rookie was like going for the lead for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Which is just says a lot about how he's doing as a driver currently, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we've seen some of that stuff like throughout the year a couple times, just like bad errors turning into people.
Like
contact.
from Checo.
Yeah, from Checo.
I agree.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then the crowd booing Charles at the end.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, that was sad.
It's just like maybe they just didn't really see what all the replays that we saw because they're at the race, but like clearly not his fault. And I think he handled it pretty well. He's like, I had nowhere to go. It's not my fault. Like to the crowd.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. He's like, I had nowhere to go.
But yeah, and we had that Lewis Hamilton good overtake, all that. So
Yeah,
Lando coming through the field.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
But it also kills me because as a fan, it just makes me think, what if he qualified well? How that might have changed. Like probably like podium, but probably not beating Lewis, I would imagine.
You think third place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because who was third? Charles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, which is a good podium for Charles. It's good to see him up there.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then in breaking news, let's touch on the craziest one.
Sure.
I don't know if you heard about it.
I don't think I have heard about this.
The rumors that Fernando Alonso is going to Red Bull.
I have heard these rumors. Where'd you hear this?
It's like on Instagram. And I
Okay.
think like it all started, I'm not for sure about this, but it all started with, it was like a Spanish broadcaster like sent out an emoji of like, shh.
Oh,
and then,
no.
and then like something else came out, but it like, and then people just like, you know how the internet goes.
Yeah.
People just started running with it and they're like, Fernando to Red Bull, but like, which would make zero sense.
It makes no sense.
It makes zero sense.
I saw that, yeah. And then they were saying Checo to Aston Martin,
Yeah, which
is so
honestly,
just like a trade.
yeah, I could see Checo at Aston Martin.
Yeah,
Maybe
kind of the vibe.
Just throw him out of there. But I think a lot of people have not thought about this. Fernando Alonso likes understeer in his car. So does Checo. So if Fernando Alonso went in that Red Bull, he might not do very well
Yeah,
because Max is just very like rotation heavy, and so is Daniel, which is why I've always said I want Daniel in that seat.
yeah.
But
It doesn't make any sense for Fernando to, first of all, go over not only Daniel Ricciardo, but like Yuki, maybe Alex Albon potentially, or like anyone who's maybe like a younger guy, any younger guy.
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it makes no
He's
sense.
the oldest driver.
Yeah, like it makes no sense.
Throw him in for 2 years and then what? No, if anything, you'd develop a driver.
It would
I
just
agree.
be like another Checo scenario.
Yeah, but it kind of made me smile. Just something fun to think about.
It would be pretty
you
cool.
know? I mean, it would be sick, but no, I just never ever gonna happen. Other breaking news, less interesting. Mercedes. I don't know if they fired or he left their chief technical officer.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he's pretty respected in the paddock, I think. So I don't know if they fired him. It sounded like maybe they did, like let him go, but then they didn't replace anyone new right away. I don't know. The whole thing, I read the article that F1 posted and it seemed weird. Like Toto's comment was kind of weird. And then like, I think Lawrence Brito touched on it and it was just like, it was kind of like out of left field because like they are improving. So it's like, I don't think it's because he fucked up, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird time to retire with a couple races left. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
But you never know, personal life.
Yeah.
Something like
Well,
that.
I think also like if they would fire someone like this, they fire them earlier in the season than the end because they don't want like them taking the development path with them and going to a different team. But it also said like he didn't say he's retiring. He said he's taking a little break and then seeing what is next he wants to do. So that sounds like
really
he got
interesting.
laid off, right?
Yeah. Because I just, it doesn't make sense to leave with like 3 races left. But maybe, again, I don't know. Maybe didn't want to travel or something.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I don't know. That was last weekend. This week, breaking news stuff. Nothing too crazy. I just can't get over though that Mexico's gonna be back next year. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be just
I don't
another
see it.
boring year.
I don't see it. I guess it's just ticket sales and viewership is like a lot of it probably.
I wonder if what would happen if Checo retired or something?
Like if they would reinstate it, that might be
Yeah,
a
or like
factor.
2025. Would
Yeah.
they bring it back? Like maybe not.
They better do a different track. Because like we said, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
I gotta ask, Yuki. So the Yuki Piastri collision. What are your thoughts on that?
Yuki Piastri collision. That was
It was like kind of later in the
later
race
when they were like battling for a little bit.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember it too well.
Well, my only thought is like if you're Yuki in that scenario, I think he was like 9th or 10th.
Yeah.
He's in the points, and he's like aggressively going against Piastri, who probably had better pace than him and race pace. It's like
Was Yuki coming from behind?
yeah,
Or was-
yeah,
yeah.
I think
okay.
so. And it's like at that point, do you even go for the overtake, or do you just kind of chill out, stay in the points, play it safe? Because that was kind of my thought. I'm like, you're last in the constructors.
Yeah. Like these are vital
Yeah.
points. Like even 1 point
Yeah.
could be huge for millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars.
It just seemed like it kind of reminded me of like last year and the year before Yuki, where it's like just doing dumb things where you don't really need to be doing that.
And just getting super upset. I think he's
Yeah.
just a little hot-headed in the car. Like I think a lot of drivers are that way where if they get held up by someone, they get really like aggressive and they're like, I should pass this guy, especially if they're supposed to be faster at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I know like Verstappen early in his career was known for just doing like very risky overtakes because like he just wanted to win so bad or he wanted to get a position so bad because he was hungry for it.
Yeah.
But now that like you said, Yuki's a couple years in, they're fighting for crucial points. Like,
Yeah.
and you got your teammate up there, just try to get a couple more.
Yeah,
like,
just finish
be
the race.
patient. Yeah, let the strategy work itself out. Yeah, I don't remember the incident super well. I remember like seeing him drop positions, but I don't remember the replay. So I don't. Was it like more on his fault?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the bathroom. You remember that?
Oh yeah, and I
You're like,
paused
no
it.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, so much of that race I just forget. It felt long,
Yeah.
which
it did
shows you
feel long.
something. Yeah, fantasy. I don't know. That's all I have for breaking news.
Yeah, I don't have any news, I don't think.
Okay. Formula One Fantasy Brazilian Grand Prix. I can go first.
Should we touch on last weekend?
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's a good idea. Last weekend, I did better than Will for the first time in a long time. You can look back at what team I had, but I think I beat you by... Do you remember exactly? Let me go to leagues. I'm trying to pull
Maybe
it
like
up.
30 or something.
Which, yeah, arguably
Or
should have been
40.
more.
I had a pretty bad weekend. I picked Fernando
Let me
Alonso.
go.
That was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I told you Aston Martin was not looking good. Yeah, I beat you by... I had 270, you had 214.
Shit, man.
So,
that's
50,
big points.
Yeah, 60...
55? 56?
56? No, 60... Wait, yeah, 56.
Quick muff.
Yeah, not that quick, but yeah. So a little bit of a comeback. These are the scores right now. So there's hope. There's hope. But like, I feel like even you got kind of lucky with, like, Yuki got 20 points, which I don't really understand.
I think it's because overtakes. Because he started in the back and then he
And
moved
just came up
to
yeah,
points.
but then he
and
dropped, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand fantasy sometimes.
Yeah, I don't really get it.
And then
either.
Oscar didn't do much. Pierre didn't do a crazy amount. So
No.
And then we both had max. So yeah, it was a good weekend for me. I think it's what I needed, but I still feel pretty far back there. Cause what? Yeah, I'm like 80, 70
Yeah, 80 maybe.
points behind. So it's gonna be a lot for what? 3 more races.
Yeah. And you used
coming up.
your big token.
My big token.
Which I have not. So
Yeah. And then since I just talked for a while, you want to do your fantasy?
sure. So this week I used the autopilot token, which gives my best driver the double DRS, 2 times DRS.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty mid token, but whatever.
Yeah.
I chose Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Bottas, and Yuki Tsunoda.
Okay.
And then a classic McLaren Red Bull. So I went pretty McLaren heavy,
Yeah.
and then I just couldn't. I wanted Pierre and Yuki, but I couldn't
It was too
afford it.
close.
So I just
I think
picked up Valtteri.
Bottas is a good pick.
Yeah,
Like, it's not bad.
it's not horrible.
Here, let me see this.
But
See
yeah,
if anything
I'm going
stands out.
McLaren.
Yeah, I'm very McLaren heavy, which is risky. I've come to believe. It'll be interesting to see what AlphaTauri does this weekend.
Yeah.
Because they had a pretty good weekend last one, but this is different track. I don't know if they can do the same thing. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I have the same exact team as last weekend.
Oh, I don't remember it.
Max, Lando, George, Logie Sarge, Daniel Ricciardo.
Okay.
And I have
Pretty
McLaren,
balanced.
Red Bull. And then my chip was the autopilot. So
Oh, same one.
Same one.
Oh.
Because I think this is like, out of all the races that are left, I think this is one of the more unpredictable ones.
Yeah.
So it was just, that was kind of nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to use my big boy token on this.
Yeah. Which I think's smart. So
But
same thinking.
yeah, I think it's interesting because you mentioned AlphaTauri, and it's like last weekend, quali, you had the toe, and that kind of like
That helped a lot.
that helped big
But
time.
he still stacked up in Q3. Or in the final Q1, whatever it is.
Yeah,
The
that's
final
true.
top 10
That's true.
shootout. Is it Q1? No, that's Q3,
Q3,
right?
yeah.
I should know this.
Yeah, you should know that. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I guess I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
He still did well.
Yuki didn't make it to that.
Yeah,
So, and he still qualified very well.
yeah.
So I think that was more pure pace than maybe one would have thought at the beginning.
Yeah, race pace was good too for him, for Daniel.
Yeah, and then speaking of qualifying in Mexico, Ferrari out of nowhere.
Yeah.
looks far, like I don't know where Ferrari is right now. Like
No, it's really weird.
Like I don't know if they're gonna do good at this race. Like maybe like if I had to say just quick right now, I'd say they'd be better in qualifying than the actual race, which they've been for a while. it's kind of like not a very bold statement, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. We have pretty similar. We have the two same drivers, 3 different drivers, but one is on the same team. So it's like I feel like
Sure.
I don't have. What I'm saying with this is I don't think I have a lot of room to go ahead of you.
Yeah.
Unless
George.
unless one of your drivers does pretty poorly.
George Piastri, the difference pretty much.
Yeah, and I don't think Oscar's ever raced here, so I'm playing that card again.
Yeah, he keeps playing this card.
George
on me.
won here last year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, dude.
But I don't know. George hasn't looked on pure form yet,
No.
or these past couple races, so it's interesting.
Yeah, he has not been looking. He's not Mr. Consistent anymore. He's Mr. Mid. Sorry, George.
Mr. Mid Mercedes.
Triple M. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why I chose Oscar, but I kind of just
Probably
feel
just
like
cost. What's his cost at?
14.4.
That's pretty good.
But I also like I feel like the McLaren car is kind of good in these like fast corner type.
Yeah, Brazil's hard.
tracks.
I wanted to go heavy on McLaren, but like we were driving on the sim before this.
Yeah.
Like I think they're gonna be really good sector 1. Someone's doing
Yeah,
construction
what?
right now.
What's going on?
It's dark
It's so
outside.
late.
I think they'd be good sector 1, but once you get in that low speed technical, it's
Yeah.
gonna be, I think, more of a challenge for them. So we'll see. I don't know. And
Yeah.
it's a sprint weekend, so teams only get one practice to set up the car. So
True.
that makes a difference. And that affected my predictions as well.
I didn't really think of sprint. What are your thoughts on sprints? Because I'm kind of leaning towards I don't like sprint weekends.
Okay, they need to fix them for sure.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, as a fan, I like more Formula One competitive content,
Yeah.
but it's so weird having how they have it now, where Saturday is basically its own Grand Prix,
Yeah.
and then you split the other ones. Like, I think like they got to make it more homogenous, like one Grand Prix, like filter in
Interesting.
somehow.
Like where it affects the race, like some sort of like
Yeah,
quali
but
sprint
like-
type thing.
Yeah, and it's a weird thing because then it's like that's what they did last year, and that wasn't great because then you just saw the dominant person come back if they didn't qualify well, and that kind of
Oh.
like ruined the race for the actual race because you're like you saw a snapshot of what was going to happen, so it
Yeah.
was very predictable.
Yeah, that's what's annoying for me.
But it's like I don't know. I feel like they went from too connected to too distant, where it's like not
Interesting.
even like connected at all.
Yeah.
Like maybe make like I think Carlos said this on an interview or like some reverse grid thing
Yeah.
or something.
That'd be really cool.
Because like F2 does that where they do the reverse grid for the
I didn't know
top
that.
10, I think. So it's like you qualify and then the top 10 are switched for the Saturday race and then they're normal
Okay.
the Sunday race.
Oh.
And that would mean because like also I feel like the problem with the sprint right now is there's 2 qualifying sessions and that's too much qualifying.
yeah.
Because I don't want to watch both of those back to back. Because those 2 sessions are right back, even though they're different
Yeah,
days,
true.
they're back to back. So it's like do one quali session, and then have the sprint race be like flip top 10 or something like that, and then like more of an F2 format.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know the answer right now, but it kind of just it's fun to watch more racing, but it's just like it's boring because you kind of know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
And it's just long enough where it's like, oh, I can kind of tell everyone's race pace. So it's not like quali where it's like just a 1 lap type deal.
yeah,
So
definitely. Also, with my point, I think it'd be tough if they did reverse grid and someone crashes. Like then you have to fix your car.
Yeah,
overnight.
true.
That's kind of fucked. Also, so there's like I don't know if there's one good answer to it, but I think there's room for improvement.
Yeah.
for sure.
I'd be down for no more sprint races. I'll say it.
For like good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I don't really like them that much.
Yeah, but
it's
like
fun, but
even if they try to make it better,
if they make it better, but I don't want what we have this year next year.
I agree with that.
I'd rather
But
have nothing.
I think like you can't get stuck because I think even the current 3 practice, 1 quali, 1 weekend is not perfect either.
Why
I think
not?
you can't. I think it's too much practice. And then I think you got to find, you're not going to, if you just do the same thing and not experiment with other things, you might be missing something that works out. So it's like I think you
Yeah.
got to kind of try different formats. And I wonder if they could even like do like simulations to help them pick a better weekend,
Probably.
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, this is just something I thought of. So it's team. So each team has 2 different races. So they do one driver. So it's a 10-car grid, and then they do like like one driver from each team.
Yeah.
So then it's just like 10 cars do a race, and then the other 10. Would that make sense?
Well, that's just like too much time then.
Yeah, it's true.
Because like, are you just yeah? And then
It could be interesting though.
that could be really interesting. But then they might just spread out and you wouldn't even see anyone fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
interesting though. I just realized I didn't clear the memory.
Fuck.
I mean, last one was short. This one probably won't take too long.
True.
We could pause it and then re-go again and just clip them together, even though we try to go no cuts.
It's probably a good idea, don't you think?
Should we? Yeah.
Just in case.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Damn, I don't like being no raw pod. All right, welcome back.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, we pride ourselves on no cut pod, but
Yeah.
that was out of necessity because we've had problems with memory before.
Yeah, we should know this by now.
Yeah, we're rookies.
Episode
Still,
7.
even 7. Where were we? We kind of finished what we were talking about.
Yeah, complaining about sprint weekends.
You want to go to betting, or is that too early?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see if I have anything.
Else in the book?
I have my own notes, guys.
Yeah. Get out your retro iPad.
Okay, one thing I did write down, going back to Mexico, quali traffic.
Yeah,
Do you have any thoughts on that?
it's a hard topic. Because it's like I'd be okay with them. I don't, because what bothers me is like I'd be fine with them splitting up, like doing half quali,
Yeah.
or like half session. But when weather plays a factor so much, it just like you can't really do that in my mind.
Yeah, and like track conditions constantly changing.
Yeah, and it's really only a problem in Q1. So I
Yeah,
wonder if they could
true.
only change if they like only change Q1, where it's like maybe like a half and half there, because that minimizes the weather difference.
Yeah.
But still, like if it starts sprinkling, like everyone who goes second or let's say is fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like I think it's tough with people like blocking everyone. And it's like, especially when the track's rubbering in, you want to go out as late as possible.
yeah.
And then, but it might just be a thing where teams have to try to predict it. And if you get fucked, you get fucked. Like
True.
if someone crashes.
It's like Lando.
yeah.
Lando went too late.
But like he messed up his lap before. And then like the next one got messed up because of
Yeah,
Fernando's
that's true.
yellow flag. So it's like, it was still on him for a part of it. Let me hear your thoughts. I'm going to get a beer. I've got to do that.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's another pretty tricky question that I assume that F1 is also looking at, but it was just weird to see like all that traffic, and then like Aiden mentioned while we were watching it, you were like, F1 cars are not meant to just stand still and like not move, because that whole thing with like, I think it was Max held up people and then someone else held up some people, and it was just like, oh geez, this probably isn't good.
Yeah. F1 cars are supposed to go at very high revs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been talked about for a while. I just thought about this when I was getting beer.
Yeah,
For small tracks, let's just make the cars smaller.
dude.
Like,
yeah.
it'll be better racing, like, as a whole, like, regiment. Just make
Yeah.
F1 cars not 2 meters wide,
Tire smaller.
6 meters long, or whatever it is.
Yeah, we were just watching highlights or
Yeah.
like over, or what is it called, all-time highlights,
Yeah, like best battles.
best battles at Brazil, and the cars were like tiny,
So-
and the
so
wheels are
skinny,
tiny,
dude.
and it's
Just
like 3 wide easily. It's awesome.
There's tiny, like,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
yeah.
fun, dude.
Bring it back.
Yeah, make the cars
It's-
smaller.
But it's like, I know why they went big. It's a safety thing. But I think we're progressing safety so much that they could slim it down.
Yeah,
At
with
least
the
make
materials.
at least make the tires.
Yeah,
small.
make the tires smaller.
Like, I don't know why they went to 18-inch tires.
Fucking huge.
Because they
Like
went from 12 to
donuts.
18-inch during the new regs, and I don't. There might be an explanation for that, but that's so much weight. Like rubber is a dense material, and like the drivers can't see as well too.
Yeah.
And
More contact, probably.
yeah, maybe that's why everyone's getting their side pods taken out because drivers are just guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Another
know.
pretty tricky question.
Those are like the biggest three questions in F1 right now, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, we'll do some brainstorming.
Yeah. Maybe next pod. We'll come
Yeah.
back. We'll come back on the topic.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's a postseason deep dive.
Yeah, we're gonna do
That'd be
some
fun.
deep dive episodes.
Yeah,
and
in the
really get
offseason.
into it. Should we go to betting?
Yeah. You want to go first this time? I think I went first last time. Even though you did fantasy first. but-
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay. Formula One, Brazilian Grand Prix betting. Here we go.
Just wants to hear mine, copies them. Okay, so I did another classic. We each did $10. Another classic $2 bets each. I got Oscar Piastri, podium,
Wow.
$2 for 8.
I feel like that should be almost a bigger payout.
Yeah, it's
because
not
it's
that bad.
like because he's never raced here before. But carry on.
McLaren, both cars finished top 6, $2 for 270. It's like that's a pretty easy bet. Not easy, but like top 6.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can get that done. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I was also thinking, I watched the highlights from last year. There was like a couple DNFs.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3. It was like
Yeah.
K-Mag, Daniel, and Lando.
On
I think
first
all
lap.
DNF'd.
Yeah.
So like it's not a lot could happen.
So did you bet on that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I just thought like top 6. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
A lot could happen.
If someone hits someone, yeah.
Then we got Mercedes qualifying winning team, $2 for 11.
So it could be Lewis or George winning. I like that.
Yeah. And then I got McLaren qualifying winning team, $2 for 17. And then I got Ferrari qualifying winning team, $2 for 11.
Beautiful.
So big qualifying week.
Yeah.
Hopefully Red Bull doesn't qualify well. Yeah, it'll be interesting because I feel like the last couple qualifyings, it's been like Red Bull has not necessarily stolen the show.
No, because they're more light on their tires. That's why they're so good race pace.
Okay.
But I really like your qualifying bets because as long as Red Bull doesn't get it, you pretty much win money.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah, pretty excited about those.
Very cool. All good bets. We have one of the same bets for
Oh,
the
really?
first time in our history of the betting.
I'm very curious.
section
Really?
of the podcast.
No way.
Yeah.
We've never bet the same.
No, I don't think so.
That's actually insane.
I have McLaren top 6. Also.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's go, dude. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. What was your thought process on that?
I just think McLaren's gonna be decent around here, and I think even though Oscar hasn't raced here before, I think he'll do okay.
Yeah.
And I also bet drivers to finish under 16.5. So I bet on 4 cars not making it to the finish line.
Oh my God.
So I think that's part of it too.
Okay.
Is that's gonna
It builds.
help. And that bet was $1 to win 3.5.
Okay.
So not like crazy, but I feel like definitely could happen,
Yeah.
especially if the weather changes.
Yeah. And like, yeah, just these big cars again.
Yeah, big cars like going into turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
If someone crashes at the front, everyone behind clumps up, stops, boom, chaos, easy. Even like lap 1, going past sector 1 into that tight little area.
Yeah.
That's where we saw a big crash last year with Daniel and K-Mag.
Yeah.
So that could happen again. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like that one could really hit, especially if I have McLaren top 6. If they
Yeah.
can escape it. So
Hopefully
it's,
it's
like
not them,
basically
bro.
what you said. Yeah, hopefully not. And then I have Lewis, normal quali, him getting pole, 1 for 8.
Okay.
I have Charles sprint quali, 2 for 18.
Whoa.
Which is a big bet.
Wait, that's a good bet.
Yeah.
That's
Sprint
not that's a good bet.
Because it's going to be dry, it looks like.
Okay.
So I was thinking Charles, Ferrari, He did it in Mexico. Why not
Mr.
Brazil?
Pole dancer,
He's a pole man.
polar bear, Mark Norman.
Is that a Mark Norman
No,
reference?
I don't know, it's just some shit he would do. Just keep going.
Yeah. Give him Coca-Cola. Okay, let me focus. Then I have Lando Quali for pole, 1 for 12, which is a big bet. So that's just like
Wow,
money
that's a
back
big
guaranteed.
bet, dude.
And I think Lando could do it for some reason.
Yeah.
It feels spicy for some reason. I think Lando, he's been P2 6 times this year. I think McLaren's going to be okay at this track. They could even be great. Who knows? Get a little strategy in there.
Yeah.
I think he could be firing on all 6 cylinders.
Yeah, especially after last race, he had the juice.
Yeah, he's got some momentum right now.
Yeah.
He's drinking that slurp juice for sure.
Glug, 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 glug.
And then I have Max versus the field. I picked the field.
Oh.
So Max not winning.
Okay.
$1 for $2.6, which isn't a lot.
Yeah, it's not a
but
lot.
I think, if I'm picking other people to win, why not throw that in there?
True,
And I
yeah.
think for like all the rest of the races we had this year, this is the one where I think Red Bull's the most vulnerable. So I just threw that in there. I have a Lewis win, 1 for 8.
Wow,
It's
you got
coming.
so many bets, dude.
It's coming. I have 8 bets. And then I already told you that. And then I have a lap 1 retirement. Any person retiring on lap
Okay.
1, which I think is a good pick.
Yeah.
$1 for 2.4.
Okay.
So I think my max payout's like 50 something.
Okay, yeah. I think mine was like 49.
Yeah. But just kind of sprinkling around, just like I didn't know I put a Ferrari in there, I put a Mercedes in there, I put a McLaren in there. Just like I think it's gonna be pretty tight this weekend.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed I'm not going to be here.
I know. This guy, dude. Best Grand Prix weekend of the year.
Yeah, going to Vancouver.
Going to Vancouver. Ugh.
It's gonna be rainy.
Canada? What?
I know.
If any of our viewers are there, hit them up though.
Yeah.
Show 'em around.
If you guys want a picture or something, I
No
got
one-
you.
No one's listening. I'm gonna keep saying it till someone comments that they are.
Yeah, no one's here right now.
No one is.
You can say whatever we want.
Yeah, I could say no. Georgetown sponsor us. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
But he's off a great beer. Okay. I think some good bets on the table. I think we both just spread it
Yeah.
around. I liked how we had that same pick. That's funny.
Yeah.
Out of all the picks on the website, because I don't know if you guys know this, but we do that separately. So I don't know his betting picks until he says them on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that's our first time intersecting.
Just different priorities.
Yeah.
Okay. Predictions?
Podium predictions?
I was thinking we do Formula One predictions. We do pole, sprint winner,
Okay.
and then our normal podium. So basically just
Okay.
what it usually is, but we just throw in a little sprint winner.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Each one we get right goes up on the board. I'm winning 7-4, almost double.
Well.
Almost double. How's that feel? Coming back
I mean,
in
it's
fantasy.
very
What
small.
if I win both? Are you doing something?
Am I doing something? Oh, like a punishment?
Like a little punishment.
I'll do something weird.
Okay.
Weird.
Think about it. Talk about it on the next pod.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good because you were up so much in fantasy. That'd be insane.
Well,
comeback.
what if you lose?
If I lose this? I was always projected to lose fantasy from the get go.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I roll.
Okay.
We could do, I don't know. What do you think is a reasonable punishment loss? But what if you win that and I win this?
Then we don't do
We're
anything.
even? Okay.
Or we both do it.
No,
No, that
that's
doesn't make any
stupid.
sense. I don't know. I'm trying to think. We'll think about it.
Okay.
Talk about the next one. We can make a short about it.
Yeah, we'll do it short.
We're gonna become big short guys.
Big Short.
Not literally.
Yeah. Big
Metaversely.
shorts. Okay. Poll. Do you want to start or you want me to go?
I'm fine either way.
You want to bounce back?
Yeah.
Okay. I think pole, I'm going to have to go, hear me out, Carlos Sainz.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Just putting it out there.
Okay. I mean, I like the Ferrari call, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like Carlos was on a good roll for a little bit. He won
Yeah.
Singapore. He was doing good, and then Charles just has been on it.
Has he been, though?
Yeah,
Who's higher in points?
Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy. I respect
Yeah, that
the
is
guy.
kind of crazy.
That's a dark horse. I like that.
Yeah,
Actually.
so I'm going Carlos because I kind of had the Ferrari idea, but yeah, I think it's Carlos's time.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. For my pick, it may or may not rain, and I picked mine more on the rainy side.
Okay.
I have Lando Norris.
Okay.
Notoriously good in the wet.
Okay.
Very good. He should have gotten pole at Spa, but he crashed. He's still notoriously good. He's still notoriously good in the wet.
Yeah, well, he
crashed in
crashed.
Russia during the wet. He was on slicks. though. He was on slicks. He was on slicks. He didn't pit.
All I'm hearing is he crashes.
No, he's nice. He's a British driver. They're all good in the wet.
Okay.
That's what she said. Okay, you want to go for your sprint winner?
Sprint winner, I'm going to have to go Lando Norris.
Okay, you copied me.
No, you haven't even gone yet. It's completely different.
I know, it is completely different. Why?
Just, good driver. I was gonna choose Ferrari, but then I thought got to spread my baskets or my eggs.
Okay. In my notes, I had Lando.
Nah, bullshit.
But you want to see?
Nah, I believe you.
But I'm not going to pick him.
Okay.
I'm thinking it. It's supposed to be sunny. Ferrari could be good in qualifying. They have bad tire management. That doesn't matter in the sprint.
True.
I'm going to go Charles Leclerc.
Okay. It was
Winner of the sprint.
It was between Charles and Lando for me.
Okay. Yeah, so we got back and forth. No, you said Carlos
I said yeah. No. Yeah.
on pole.
On pole.
Cool.
Yeah. I also feel like McLaren's just good in the sprints.
Yeah, I think they kind of understand their car more than most people. I feel like, which I
Yeah.
feel like they do better on sprint weekends in general.
Yeah.
I think the Mercedes takes a little bit more time to set up.
Yeah. You think it's just fuel weighted?
No, it's like the balance of the car. It's like weight. It's like where you're putting your brake balance. It's like
Yeah,
there's
but
a lot that goes in there.
specifically sprint weekend.
Yeah, I mean weight. I think weight they all get pretty similar.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
They always fuel less than what full push is because
What do you mean
they're
full push?
To finish the race, they put less fuel in. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
sometimes they'll ask them to lift and coast if there's not a safety car.
Oh yeah.
So that's part of
Coasting.
it. Okay. Podium, you have to go first this time because you copied me last time.
No, okay, you can't just claim I copied you.
Dude,
how did
you're
I copy? You copied me.
You said 2 Mercedes on it. I said it
When?
first last weekend.
Oh, I thought you were talking about today.
I know. I was talking about Mexico.
This guy.
I was talking about Mexico.
Oh, this guy
'cause
thinks
you were
I'm copying him.
I said Lewis. You said Lewis. Okay, I said Lewis
Who
to
is-
win, and you went, wow. And then you picked Lewis to win.
Pull it up. I don't remember that. I do not remember that.
I will. I will show you.
Yeah, clip it. Someone clip that.
Yeah. I'll
okay.
clip it.
Podium. Kind of putting me on the spot here.
You got to write it down. I write mine down.
I don't think about
You have
it.
a notebook. I wrote this down in class
There's nothing
today.
in there. Well.
It
Okay.
shows you how good of a student I am.
Third place, I'm going to go Charles Leclerc.
Okay.
Second place, classic Lando Norris. First place, classic Max Verstappen. So a pretty classic F1 2023 podium.
You're trying to come back.
Yeah,
You're trying
I'm
to come
playing
back.
it safe, guys. Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Mine is Verstappen P3.
Whoa. In what world does that happen?
You want me to tell you?
That's what he said last
He
year.
gets fucked up turn 1.
Okay.
Has to pit for a new front wing
Okay.
comes back through the field, still gets a podium somehow because he's that dominant.
Yeah. I think he's still going to win.
Because he's not going to be on pole. Second place, I have a spectacular drive from Lando Norris.
Okay.
He's not going to have crazy pace, but his strategy is going to be flawless.
Okay.
In first place, the man from Britain, Lewis Hamilton.
I thought you were going to go George, back-to-back wins for
No,
George.
Lewis. George is just not on form right now.
No.
And I think Mercedes could have a sneaky good car here. They were the dark horse last year. They could be the dark horse again. Lewis loves Brazil. It's like it's like his second home race. Like
Yeah,
the Brazilian.
What's up with that?
I
Senna?
don't know. He likes Senna a lot, but like also the fans love him, so it might just be like a respect thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really know what's behind it.
Yeah, Brazil seems fun, dude.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to Brazil.
Yeah, we should definitely go to Brazil.
Yeah, once this podcast blows up, we're going to Brazil.
Yeah.
For Carnival.
Carnival, yeah. Go to some soccer games,
That'd be really fun.
booze all day, go to the beach.
Oh, the beach.
It seems like just like a
Latinos.
very free country.
good food.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
We
lot of
should
meat,
watch a
a lot of meat,
Bourdain.
a lot of steak.
Carnitas. Speaking of Brazil and Portuguese, I have some questions for you.
Oh,
Some Portuguese vocabulary questions.
Wow.
For Aiden Hubble.
This is gonna be tough.
I came prepared.
Um,
I did some easy ones, but then I also did some hard ones.
Let me give the audience some context on my foreign language.
Yeah.
So, you would think the U.S. He's a U.S. student, born and raised. You think he would know a little bit of Spanish? Would have taken it in high school? No, I took American Sign Language, so I have no. Like, I know Portuguese and Spanish can be a little bit similar. Mm-hmm. I have no context at all. Nothing. So here we go.
Okay. First off, we'll start off with a pretty relevant question. So I'm going to say the word in Portuguese, and then you're going to say it in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Interlagos.
Like, you want me to say, like, Interlagos?
No,
Like-
no, it means
like, what does
something
it
in
mean?
Portuguese. Yeah. But I think it's pronounced like Interlagos.
Is that racetrack?
Between lakes.
Between lakes. Oh, it's the region.
Yeah. It
Okay.
means like between the lakes because it's two lakes and the circuit's in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew it was, like, the nickname for the track.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, Sao Paulo, but, like, people say Interlagos.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if that just meant racetrack. But that wouldn't make any sense because then they would call every racetrack that. And that's
Yeah.
only a... Okay, sorry.
But I thought the name was kind of cool.
No, it's super cool.
Okay. Parada.
Parada. And they're all racing terms.
Yeah.
Parada. Prep lap.
No. Do you want just one guess and I tell you?
Give me like a hot or cold. Maybe it would be kind of fun.
Cold? I don't know.
Okay. Or maybe a hint, not a hot or cold.
Okay. Something that happens during the race?
Safety car?
No.
No. Okay, give me
Just
one more
you gotta
guess.
think about it. Parada. I guess you don't know Spanish at all.
I don't know Spanish at all, dude. Give me penalty?
That's a good guess. No.
No. Hit me.
What?
Hit me.
Oh, pit stop.
Pit. Oh my god.
Yeah. Because para it means stop in Spanish.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
wonder if,
kinda
like,
similar.
Okay. Yeah. I just need to think like if it's one word, I gotta think one word. Like safety car wouldn't make any sense in that scenario.
No, yeah, that's kind of what I was
Yeah.
laughing about.
Yeah.
Okay. Então troque a porra do seu carro.
Can I get a country of origin?
Can you use it as a sentence?
Yeah. Can you use it in a sentence? No.
It is a sentence.
Can I get one more time?
Então troque a porra do seu carro.
Around the outside overtake.
Okay, listen to the last word. Carro.
Give it to me again. Last time.
Então troque a porra do su carro. I mean, there's no way you get it.
Damage on your car. That's too short though. Give me
You're not going to get it.
fastest lap in the car.
No.
I don't know, dude. I'm lost.
Then change your fucking car. That's what that means.
Never would I have guessed
you would
that.
have got that.
Then change your fucking
Okay,
car.
this one you might get. Podio.
Race. No, podium, obviously. I'm fucking with you. Podium.
Okay. All right, yeah, so just podium. that got
get
me.
you.
Yeah.
Payback, bitch.
Okay. This one's cool. Ultra Passar.
Ultra is like long race.
Ultra Passar.
Long stent. Ultra. Say it again, please.
Ultra Passar. My accent's probably horrible.
It's got to be like large or long something. Big penalty.
Can I tell you?
Yeah, you can tell me.
Overtake.
Big overtake.
No, just overtake.
Didn't I say overtake?
No.
No.
Yeah. And Passar, I thought of like pass. Ultra Passar.
Oh.
Yeah. But the ultra thing is kind of weird.
Yeah. Doesn't that mean like? Isn't ultra like? I'm thinking ultra marathon. I don't know if that is any.
I just think of
comparison.
like big.
Ultra might be like Greek or something.
Ultra Passar. Kind of a cool word though.
Very cool word.
Okay. Kaspir na mina boca toto.
I heard Toto. Can you say it again?
Kuspir na mina boca toto.
My name is Toto.
No. I don't think you'll get it.
Is Toto Wolf part of the sentence?
Yes. It is Toto. But it's not something, it's not like a quote like, then change your fucking car.
Team principal Toto?
No.
Just hit it with me.
Spit in my mouth, Toto.
Dude. Like, these are supposed to be racing. I'm never going to get this.
Yeah,
dude.
you wouldn't have known that. You would not have known that.
That's just... I don't know.
Okay, you got the podium one. At least you got
Is
the
that
podium
it?
one. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, dude. I got one.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm surprised you didn't know Interlagos.
yeah, I should know that because I've heard it so many times.
Yeah.
And I just like, I knew it was something about the track. So I just said racetrack. I'm kind of disappointed on that one.
Yeah.
But
Podio.
I've probably even heard that before, like in the commentary.
Yeah.
Like-
Which means between lakes.
Yeah.
I bet they'll
Crafty.
say it or
no,
something.
yeah, I'm sure they say it. Sao Paulo Interlagos Circuit, which means between two lakes. That was fun though. I like that.
I guess this could turn into a question for you. Actually, I don't know.
No, just say it.
Can you guess how many overtakes there were 2022?
$142.
77.
Not a lot.
No.
I guess 142 is a lot.
142 is like...
I was
that'd be like-
thinking it'd be like one of the more overtaken tracks.
No.
But that just shows you how good the racetrack is because there wasn't a lot of overtaking and it was a fun race to watch.
Yeah, true.
So,
In comparison, there were 47 at the U.S. Grand Prix this year. Which wasn't a horrible race.
no, I don't think overtaking is everything. Because I bet you a lot of like the super high overtaking, like statted tracks,
Yeah.
it's all the back markers. Justling for position.
You know what's number one this year?
In overtakes?
Yeah.
Um,
It was my favorite race of the year, and I think it was like the best.
Silverstone?
Zandvoort.
Zandvoort?
Or Zandvoort,
Oh,
yeah.
because the mixed conditions.
Yeah.
And everyone was just.
It was like 140 or something, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Thinking back on the year, I'm like, it's so hard.
Yeah, it's
Like-
just like so many races.
So many races, so many like things to think about. Like, we should do like a year digest podcast.
Yeah,
Like once
the
the year's
end.
over, we'll just talk about the year and
Some highlights.
yeah, some of your
some
favorite
lows.
points. That'd be a fun podcast.
Yeah.
Put in the doc.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we have anything else?
No, I just want to say again, I really like that segment.
The vocab?
Yeah, it's just like a fun thing to throw in there. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's fun shit, dude.
Yeah, the Saudi Arabia one's gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
I think we should do it.
Do you
for
want me
each
to do
one.
that for you this
Yeah,
time?
we'll just swip.
Yeah,
or
we'll-
switch swap.
We'll swish swap.
Because we can't do Vegas.
Yeah. I'm not gonna read comments on the last video because
Oh,
we had
yeah.
one comment and it was a AI generated story,
Yeah.
and it was weird. You can go read it if you want on the last video.
Yeah.
Um,
It was weird.
definitely one of our friends. But
Someone, yeah.
you wanna sign us off?
No, not really.
No.
I guess I could. What do you mean sign off? Just like
just say goodbye to the people.
thanks for watching, guys. Have a great
Look
weekend.
them in the eyes. Dude.
Oh. It's weird. It's just
Yeah.
the camera. Yeah, enjoy the race. Hopefully you do well in fantasy and all that. And yeah, that's about it.
Viva la Brazil. Is that in it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything.
Sounds like Spanish.
See you, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You gotta look him in that fucking eye.
It's not that hard. It's a fucking camera.
Yeah, but like, you gotta think someone's watching. Like, eye contact's important.